Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So starting off with the daily, we've got a rejection bar off the moving averages here, and we are currently below it. The daily close below this bar is going to validate and move to the downside. This is still sort of flirting with the channel. I'm not entirely convinced that we're going to get a massive move to the downside. We may break the channel. We have broken it already, but it may break. And we may move back down to form a double bottom or even a bit lower. But for me at the moment, there are indications that I need to be looking for a level. We haven't quite tagged this level here of 28,394, and that would be a fairly interesting level for me at the moment to tag. So from fundamental perspective, results have been coming out fairly good. And what's driving us right now is the news that there's an extra 170 deaths in China from the SARS virus. Sorry, not the SARS virus, the coronavirus. The fear is that it is becoming a little bit more deadly than what the SARS virus was. Okay, so yesterday I suggested that this could be some form of retracement, some form of a flag, and I think that's pretty much what we have now. Okay, so we've got a flag break here. So what we need to be thinking about at the moment is the pullback offers us a short, and there is potential for a measured move to the downside like that. 28,117. Okay, so that is what we have on the cards at the moment. What could also transpire is it could find some support in this area, possibly even a little bit further down, and form a bigger double bottom, which is something else which I'd also be interested in. Okay, for me, I think that these two levels here, the market is going to range. I can take that one out. Okay, so between the low of yesterday and also the low of a couple of days ago, just get it right. No, that is right. Okay, so you can see there's fractals the upside, fractals the downside. Well, it's not a fractal yet, but I'm anticipating it to be a fractal. That to me is the range. So I suspect that our it's going to continue for today and tomorrow, and that's pretty much what we're going to end up with. We're going to end up with an indecision doji bar on the weekly. So yeah, so at the moment, if you look at everything, we should be looking for a level. We are pretty much near a level here. A couple of levels here. But yeah, the more I'm looking at all this stuff, the more skeptical I am about actually just even getting in for a trade for the rest of the week. I'm actually anticipating just shutting down and waiting for the new week. And hopefully there's some resolution onto the virus and that they make some headway in containing it or trying to figure out how to cure it. Anyway, at the moment, if we just have a look at the 12 minutes here. So we've had a pretty big move down. We've got a rejection off the level here. So any sort of double bottom here on the 12 minute would get me long. Even this time of the morning, just by the way. So you'll probably find that as China closes down, then you're going to find the European pre-market guys start waking up and start looking for trades, and then you start seeing things happen from like 7:30 South African time anyway. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. But there's one thing before we go to the Ichimoku. I just want to look at the daily. And what I've got here is the 20, the 50, and the 100 moving averages. So we didn't quite tag the 50 moving average. So this level down to the downside here is still an area which would interest me. It's 28,463. It's still somewhere where I'd be looking for a long entry somewhere around here. Okay, it could shoot a little bit past it, which often does happen. Okay, but a rejection on the daily of the 50 moving average would give me some confidence that we have found some form of a bottom and that we're going to rally a little bit. Okay, but we're going to have to wait for that to transpire. Right, looking at Ichimoku. Right now, if we just look at yesterday, it was all over the place, total confusion, which is what lost me some money anyway. Trying to second guess what was going on again. But anyway, what we have at the moment is we have bearish, bearish, bearish. Everything is bearish. We are off a level, so you need to just be careful of that. Don't want to be chasing that. Half hour, we've broken through the cloud. I'd like to see a pullback and then another opportunity to the downside on the half hour. It's pretty much the trade on offer here. And the day, the hour as well. The hour is bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So out of 4 signals, we are 3, which is bearish. So again, I'd like to see a retest of the cloud and then possibly another move to the downside. And the 4 hour is a rejection of Kijinson and a break below the rejection bar here. This is bearish on all fronts. Okay. And lastly, the daily, not quite bearish yet. We are still bullish, but we are below Kijinson, which is sort of a mediocre bearish sign. Okay, so just to reiterate, yes, we are moving to the downside, but your potential move, okay, it is quite a big potential move to the downside. We're a good 400 odd points here, but don't expect this thing to fall to the floor. That's all I'm saying. So, there are a lot of traders that have been trading this thing long for many years. And what they've been waiting for is they're waiting for structure. They're waiting for decent structure. And there is some structure further down here at 28,400, or sorry, 28,240 area. There is decent structure there. So I would expect, even if we do move to the downside, that is our second move as well, then we'd expect buyers to come in somewhere around there. Okay. What could also happen at the moment is we could move to the downside now during the Asian session and then reverse, like we're reversing off a level at the moment. Not that that's a reversal, that's more of a little pullback right now, but that is also possible. The summary for me today is there's a lot going on the noise front, and I'm a little bit wary of that right now, and I'm actually seriously contemplating not even bothering trading for the rest of the week, which is probably what we're going to do. I'm really looking for something where we can keep a trade in for most of the day, and we can't do that right now. Okay, so yeah, not that it doesn't help me much, but keeping my money in my pocket is also a trade right now. So that's kind of my view on the Dow. I'm not really going to touch this right now. I'm not going to touch the DAX either. The Aussie may interest me for a quick short scalp to the downside. I'll see what happens if we open. But as it stands now, I'm not really interested in getting myself tangled up in this right now. There's no clear direction either way, and it is extremely volatile. Okay, there we go, guys. Hope that helps you somewhat, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.